Welcome. It's Sunday evening. The market is about to open. I just want to share with you or show you how to best analyze the market. I'm going to pick just the first few pairs starting with USD CHF. I usually start on the 4-hour time frame, and then if I find a trade, I then analyze further and move to the smaller time frames. Right here, before I can even analyze the trend, I don't consider the trend much because the trend is likely to reverse. I trade a reversal strategy. So right here, I mark the lowest point of the market, and then I mark the previous highest point, which is this. Now, if price closes above this level, I expect it to go bullish. And if it closes below, if it pushes down and closes below this, I'll expect it to continue selling. I'll expect something like that. Okay, I'm going to wait and see what price does at this point, if it's going to be able to make it through this key level. All right, let's move on to Euro USD. Euro USD, starting from the 4-hour time frame, I mark the highest point, and then I mark the lowest point before the lowest point here. I don't mark the point where price is currently at because it has not closed yet. I mark the lowest point where price closed and the highest point where price has already closed. So right here you can see that price seems to be making it through this key level. These are my key levels. Price seems to be making it through this key level. So right now I am expecting price to continue in the downward movement. So I will switch on to the smaller time frame to have a clearer picture of the market. What I expect from here is price. Let me do this. I expect price to make a pullback and then continue in the downward movement. So I'm going to look for a trade somewhere at this point, at the pullback. And the way I'm going to see that pullback, I will look at the MACD down here. I'll wait for price to come up here, and then when it comes back here, making a green histogram, I will enter somewhere at this point when it pulls back, because this point is going to mark a pullback in the market. So Euro GBP, let's see, starting from the 4-hour time frame. Very easy. I mark the lowest point, which is that's my key level, and then I mark the highest previous point. I don't use the point where price is currently at. I use this point. What I can see here, price made it through this key level and clearly it pushed up, and then what I can expect is to move into a buy trade or find a buy entry. I'm going to wait for a pullback and then I find a buy entry, or wait for price to continue, but wherever it's going to make a pullback, I will find a buy entry, and I'm going to notice that pullback by a red histogram on the MACD. Once I see a red histogram on the MACD, I wait for it to start fading or to move to the middle line, and then I will find a buy setup. So that's what I can expect from Euro GBP. Euro AUD, let's see. we mark the previous highest point, it is our key level, and we mark the previous lowest point. So price is just moving in the middle. Maybe somewhere right here you could have found a sell entry by checking on a smaller time frame. See that on a smaller time frame you could have marked the highest point, and then you could have marked the lowest point. When price made it through this key level, you could have waited for that pullback, on the MACD, and when the MACD started fading right here, you could have found a sell entry anywhere at this point, or wait for price to come below right at this pullback, which is below the key level. This is the pullback on the MACD. Small, but it's valid. Okay, let's take the last pair. So right now we missed the entry right here. What you can wait for is for price to make it through either this level or this key level. Okay, let's take Euro CHF. Euro CHF, we start from the 4-hour time frame. I mark the highest key, the highest point is that, and the lowest point is that. These are the key levels. If you want to find an entry somewhere right here, you can switch to the smaller time frames, but it will be a risky trade because price is currently ranging. These are the only high and low points that you have, which are your key levels. For you to have a safe trade, it's better you wait for price to make it through this key level or that key level. So that's what I can say. I just wanted to show you simple analysis method which is very effective. I wish you a happy trading next week. Much love.